bit. Some of you guys may know, a few weeks ago, I took a solo trip to Mexico. And I want to briefly share with you just my experience and how God met me out there in silence and solitude. And one of the very first things that I observed while I was out there was when you slow down and when you make time for yourself and for God, you begin to hear and you begin to see things you normally miss out. And that's because God is showing up for you when you just slow down. I saw him in different ways, and for me, it was a lot of nature that I felt like I saw God. There was a butterfly one morning, and it was actually, this butterfly was really rare because I kind of asked about it. I was like, what about this butterfly? But what caught my attention was just how big this butterfly was, the color of the butterfly, and it just really reminded me how just God begins to transform you and makes a new life for us. Amen. Yeah. Also, one day there was a hummingbird, and I was in the pool, and there was a hummingbird, and it was just amazing how this hummingbird was just kind of like hovering over the pool, and it's almost like we connected, and I could see just through I could see every fiber of this hummingbird, and I just really felt like the stillness of God and his presence in small and quiet ways. Also, the salt of the ocean. So another day I was swimming in the pool, and there was these white little particles, which I thought were like kind of bugs or like little flies. And so I asked the housekeeper, and I was like, what is this? And she's like, oh no, she's like, that's the salt of the ocean. And it was like paper thin flakes, and I could touch them and they would dissolve to the touch, but when I would taste it, I could totally taste the salt. And I was just kind of like, wow. And again, it's just his vastness and his ability to just sustain life with the salt. And also every morning I would go for a walk, and as I'm walking, the beach, shore, I was not just a couple, but hundreds of little hermit crabs, right? And as I would get close to, as I was walking and I could feel my footsteps, it's like the hermit crabs would just get back in their little shell and freeze, And again, it just reminded me how we can retreat back to God, right? Yeah. And in the presence and the silence, and we can just go back into God and he'll protect us. Yeah. And then by far, my favorite were the fireflies. Now, I don't feel like we have many here. I don't even know if we do, but the fireflies out there, they make this like this little clicking noise, and it's almost like they're boosting up their little tail engine to turn on their little lights, right? But at night, I was in the pool, and as I kind of saw throughout, right, it was just dark, but these little fireflies would just light up the darkness. And by far, that was just like my whole aha moment, where I felt no matter how hard and dark life can get, like God has put light and life in us. And it just reminded me of that. I was just kind of like, wow, like no matter the hardness, God is there. And so anyway, again, for me, I felt like I gained something deeper in my experience, something I want to keep living out, and something that hopefully, I can encourage you guys to also do. Because again, if we slow down enough where we are, we will hear, we will see, and we will feel his presence. So thank you for letting me share.